All right.
Hello, everyone. My name is India Klippel. I'm the Director of Admissions here at Presentation College. In case you missed our Zoom session on what to expect when you live on college campus, we wanted to hop on and show you kind of what it would be like. Okay, so here are our East Suites. This is where new freshmen and sophomore students live. So you can see their nice 3-floor building. We're gonna walk up to them. We're really proud of our campus safety on campus. All new students and all students have to have a key fob, and this little keypad will let them get into campus. So not just anyone can walk into campus. We have these common areas or lobbies on each floor of the building. So a nice pool table, ping pong table, spaces to hang out, spaces to do homework. If you want to kind of hang out with your friends instead of being in your suite, or if you didn't want to walk back to the main building, if it's cold outside, you can hang out in here. I'm going to take you on a little tour of the rooms here. Here's just a quick panoramic of the lobby. Again, vending machines, spaces to hang out, just kind of our common area here on campus. And again, there's one of these on every floor in the suites. So then going into our dorm room, we have really nice dorms that we're really proud of. There's a lot of space. You're gonna get your own room. You're gonna get to share all of this living space with 3 other students. There's a little kitchenette in here. You can bring like a coffee maker and a microwave and things like that if you want to. And then here's kind of the living room area, more storage here on each side. You can bring couches, TVs. It's really good to communicate with your roommates. That way you can know if they have a couch, they can bring that. If you have a TV, you can bring that. Someone can bring an Xbox, things like that. And here's what half of the side looks like. So this is your living room. You would walk down this hallway, and then there's 2 bedrooms and a bathroom over on this side. So you'd get your own bedroom, and then there are furniture that comes in these rooms. So you get a chair and a desk and a bed and kind of a wardrobe thing. So you have to bring like sheets and a pillow and decorations for your room, things like that. There's more storage over here, and then you would share the shower and the bathroom with your suite mate, as well as this sink area. So there's carpet on the floor. The suites were built about 7 years ago, so they're really very nice and roomy and spacious. All right, so I'm gonna turn it over to Ashlyn, and she was a student here on campus as well, so she's gonna kind of talk about what it's like to be a student on campus.
Right. All right, so like she said, I'm just gonna go over like what to expect living on campus and some tips that I learned from living on campus for 2 years, from just being a new student to being someone that was kind of an expert in all things dorm. So to start off, you're gonna have to kind of prepare to share things. At PC, you don't have to share your room, your bedroom, or anything like that. You would have to share things like the living room and kitchen. At other schools, you would probably have to share like your entire bedroom, and so you'd have like little space to yourself. My suggestion is that like be open to splitting things with your roommates, such as like groceries and stuff. It's important to, you don't want like 4 jugs of milk when it takes up the whole fridge. So if you guys like kind of go in on your groceries together, cook together, or just make sure you don't have like 4 different things or 4 of the same things to take up too much space. And just it's also important to remember that just because you aren't living with your parents or with family members, there's still rules. There's rules that the school has in place, and there's ones that you will decide on with your suite mates. When you first get to campus, like within the first 2 weeks or whatever it is, you have to fill out a form that you and your suite mates decide on, like when like quiet hours is, or when they don't want people over, when is a good time to like work on homework and things like that. so that they can make sure that they're getting things done and that you can make sure that you're still having your fun and things like that. There are quiet hours in the dorms as a whole so that you're not, running up and down the hallways going back and forth whenever other people are trying to sleep or trying to study for a test. It's also important to know that there are things that are allowed in the dorms and things that aren't, such as like, open flames, hot plates, and different things like that. Community advisors, we have 9 on campus. They can help you navigate pretty much the entire college. If you have issues, they're the ones that can help. They know the better professors, they know better classes, advisors, different things like that. They know who you need to talk to if you're having troubles. Just don't be afraid to ask them questions, because becoming their friend and could be beneficial in the long run. Even if you're not their best friend, but you're friends enough with them to have them on Snapchat or other forms of social media. You can keep up to date with events that they have planned for their hall people. If you lose your keys or forget them inside and you're trying to bring in groceries or something, you can always message them to have them let you in. It's just important to kind of build some sort of relationship with them. As far as roommates, it's important to know that everybody has them. Not everybody will get along with their roommates, but you should try your best to get along with them. It's important to set your ground rules, like I mentioned before, and ask for what you need. If you need 3 hours a day to do your homework, or if you need quiet hours to be earlier than they need, don't be afraid to ask for them and do your best to kind of come up with those rules as a friend, as a group. They can become your best friends as long as you give them a chance. Don't, seclude yourself, because then they won't really want to be your friend because you never want to hang out with them and things like that. It's just important to give every situation a chance. Don't just, on the first day you think that you are getting bad vibes from them or whatever. They could be shy. They could just need some time to kind of adjust to the lifestyle of living in a college dorm. But if things happen to not work out eventually, that's where kind of the relationship with your CAs comes in handy, because you can let them know, like, hey, this isn't really working out. We need to figure something else out, whether that be new roommates or you guys just kind of talking over it. As far as decorating goes, you are allowed to decorate your room, and I highly recommend it, just to make sure that you make the space your own. Dorms can be kind of plain. All the furniture is the same color, from the chair to the bed to the dresser and the closet. So decorating it can make it feel like someone actually lives there and you're not just kind of staying temporarily. It makes you feel a lot more comfortable in your own space. It lets you, show who you really are. I like to bring pictures of family and friends, but also to leave room for new adventures you might go on or new friends you might make. That way you have things that remind you of home, but also remind you of all the fun you're having at college and all the friends that you'll have from now on. And then the cafeteria, it's a good place to eat because it's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You have to have a meal plan anyways when you're living on campus, so it's just nice to not have to come back from practice late and then have to try and cook. You could always just go to the cafeteria for dinner. There's also Java City where you can use your flex dollars. Inside Java City, they have like a convenience store type thing. So if you need like a snack for studying, or you just want a snack in the middle of the day, you don't have time to go to the cafeteria, you can always do that. They also have things like Tide pens, mouthwash, toothpaste, in case you don't have time to go to the store and you just need something to hold you over until your next grocery run. And then my last bit of advice would just be to be involved, whether that be in a club or, going to games or things like that. It's really important to make some time to hang out with different people, because this is a time where you'll meet people from all walks of life. So it's important to put down your homework for a little bit and get out there and meet new friends. And that's all I have.
Perfect. Thanks, Ashlyn. I think that's really awesome advice since you did live on campus and you were a student here. One last thing I wanted to mention is usually we'll pair athletes with athletes and non-athletes with non-athletes as far as who your roommates will be in your suite. That way you're kind of on a similar schedule. Like if you're going to 6 a.m. practice or something, your roommates are too. Or if you have like a long day of clinicals or something like that, your roommates are kind of going to be in the same boat. So that way you can really be kind of on that same schedule, be support for each other, and just make sure that you're getting the most out of your college experience. So if you have other questions, feel free to let us know. We're here to help. Otherwise, hopefully you learned something, and we'll see you next time.